It was often and early for the first place Rangers as they visited Sacramento for game one of a 3-game set. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I am your host, Booney, one name, all passion. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen of the day. I'm from the Bay Area, and I've been a diehard A's fan since '81. This isn't just another A's podcast. This is the most informative and insightful show on the A's, period. We cover the A's every single day, breaking down games, delivering the latest team news, and giving you deep, thoughtful analysis you will not find anywhere else. If it's happening in Sacramento or Vegas, we got you covered. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast, including YouTube. And please hit that subscribe button wherever you are following the show. Well, guys, tonight did not work out how we hope, but rookie sensation KURTZ has arrived in Sacramento and is scheduled to make his major league debut tomorrow night. What can we expect? A little bit later, I'll cover that. My goal for this series was not necessarily wins or losses, rather effort and attitude. Did we get better tonight, or was it more of the same? I'll get to that in just a bit. First, it was the Rangers early and often today as they hit a starter, Osvaldo Bido, from the get-go. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm not as disappointed today, Jesus, as I was in on Sunday. I thought the effort was better. I don't think we're at the level we need to be. But, yeah, I thought the effort was definitely better. Listen, I'm open for trying anything. Here's the deal, Jesus. Rooker, the A's offense, and the best they've played last year, Rooker in July and August, batted second, all second half. It's a proven lineup. It has worked. This isn't anything new with batting Rooker second. It was last year. It was Butler, Rooker, Blade, Langoliers, Andujar. The lineup's nothing different than it was last year when we were playing our best baseball. That was the most frustrating loss of the year. The Rangers team, despite being in first, has been struggling offensively. Yeah, I mean, Bido, we have talked about this in the past. When KP came on as a co-host, Bido was hanging on by a thread. All his starts, he was barely getting out of trouble. He was walking guys. He was dancing out of trouble. And today it caught up with him. They were hitting the ball hard off Bido. It wasn't just one inning. I mean, right off the bat, in the first inning, Wyatt Langford's single came off his bat at 96. Seager, it was a ground out to Soderstrom, which was a fielder's choice, came off his bat at 98. The double by Garcia came off his bat at 95. Simeon sac flies came off his bat at 90. Same thing. All the batters his face, check this out. You want to hear something crazy? The first, 16 batters he faced, every person hit the ball at least 90-something miles per hour off the bat, except like two of them were in the high 80s, and then two of them, Berger hit one at 104. Langford hit one at 101. They were hitting Bido hard. I mean, that's kind of been his deal. Listen, I'm open to trying anything, Gravity, but last year, this is a lineup that's been proven to work. Rooker batted all second half when the A's had their best situation, had him batting second. So, that's nothing new there, but Nope. Again, no production from Gio. It's a big problem, Jesus. I'm with you. There was something interesting. I heard that they were giving Andahar ground balls at third base today, pregame. That's kind of a big deal. Andahar was a natural third baseman when he was with the Yankees and was runner-up as Rookie of the Year. Then he had shoulder surgery. He hasn't played third base since. So it would be interesting if he can play a little third base. Yeah, and I hear you. He didn't win Rookie of the Year. He was runner-up. If you're going to go with something like Andahar at third base, he better make the routine plays. So it's a risk, but I think we're going to have to. Gio is that bad offensively. It's an automatic out. Butler, Wilson, Soderson, and just screw what we did last year. And I think it's early for any changes, but listen, I'm open to anything that works. Rooker had probably the best offensive output last year in the second half, batting second. I don't know why we changed that this early, but if that's the deal, if that's what KURTZ feels is the best way to go, I'm all for it, man. Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. In the late inning, right in the eighth there, top of 8. We'll see. We'll see if it's too early or not. Our first, Wilson's not a speedster, Jesus. Wilson's not a fast guy. Geloff's probably about 2-3 weeks out. I'm with you on that one, Bamboo. I see the A's moving Andahar. I would like to move Andahar and get some pitching, get some pitching for sure. I mean, we're hitting the ball, right, Bill? I mean, we're hitting it. We're hitting the ball right now. But we had 4 solo home runs tonight. We were 1 of 12 with runners in scoring position. Let me tell you what we were with runners in scoring position. Something ridiculous. And you're not going to win that way. And that's how it has been for the A's as of late. We out-hit the Rangers tonight, 11 hits to 10. But the difference is runners in scoring position, fellas. 1 for 11. We left 10 runners on base. We left 10 runners on base on Saturday against the Brewers. We're not capitalizing. We're not getting it done. Like Jesus said, I'm all for anything, Bill, as far as a lineup change. But my whole thing is that, hey, when the A's were playing their best baseball last year and Rooker had his best stretch, he was in the 2-hole. Do we change off that fast? If it works, it's awesome. I don't know if they're pressing. It's just, they didn't have great days today. Soderstrom hit the ball hard the last at bat. He struggled a little bit against the last 2 games against Milwaukee. Wilson looked good against Milwaukee the last game. So I don't know if it's necessary. I think it just happens to work out that way sometimes. They can't be doing everything all game. I mean, last game, Wilson was 2 of 3 against Milwaukee game 3. He's going to have an 0 for here and there. It's not there. Rooker's faster than Wilson. Jesus. Wilson is not a speedster. Bill, great question. I don't know when the last time Langolier threw somebody out. It's been a while. He had that other play behind the catcher as well. So I'm not sure. And Hey, Jesus, you got to justify. If you're going to make that comment, then you have to justify Rooker batting second last year when he hit 35 bombs, hit 292. So all of a sudden you're going to switch off something that worked? Listen, I'm not opposed to the change. It doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying Rooker hit 39 bombs, 292, had one of the best halves in all of the second half last year. Wilson's not fast either. Well, what's that have to do with it today? You have most sluggers batting second right now. And again, Rooker batted second all last year when he was on fire. The first half of the year, he batted fourth. And the A's were terrible. Rooker was terrible. So I don't know. Jesus, Rooker batted second all last year when he had his best time, when he had the best stretch of baseball. So how do you see that makes no sense? I don't understand that. I'm all for changing him up if it works. But you saying it makes no sense when he's already proven to be productive in the 2-hole, I don't know. I don't disagree with that. Jesus. As far as what you're saying, Jesus, logically it makes sense. I'm with you. I'm with the traditional leadoff guy who's fast. The second guy, like a Jacob Wilson, that's bats second. Your Tyler Soderstrom type that bats third. I'm with you on that. But we have seen Rooker work at the 2-hole. But listen, I'm all for Wilson batting second. Bill, I've been a proponent of Urias since the beginning. Yeah, I think he will sit tomorrow. I don't know where you would put him tomorrow, right? Unless the only other things, Bill, as I can see, is if you put Urias at third for Urshela. I don't know. I'm not opposed to Wilson being at the top of the order. I mean, no question. So yeah, the only argument I make to that A's bias and Jesus is that I mean you can't compare Soto to anybody else. Is that we've seen a successful Rooker. So I'm saying that KURTZ putting Rooker in the 2-hole is not a crazy thing when we saw it work considerably last year. But hey, Wilson is. You like Rooker in the 2-hole instead of 4? Okay. Yeah. Vegas Knights too, yeah. Yeah. The game has turned into a bunch of analytics as well. Listen, guys, it didn't. The story of the game is what it's been for a while with the A's, right? It's been leaving runners on base. We had second and third with no outs, and we didn't get the run home, guys. So we could talk about lineup and where batters should be batting and all that good stuff, but we are not getting runners home when we need to. And that's what the killer is. What happened in that particular inning? It was, what happened? It was in the, I'm trying to remember what inning it was. Someone help me. Bottom 5, was it? Yes. No, it was we had second and third, no outs. Yes, it was Andahar singled, Blade doubled, second and third. Then Jacob Wilson lined out to right field. You guys remember this now? All right, Andahar base hit. Jacob Wilson lines out. New pitcher comes in. We have new pitcher comes in. Wilson lines out to right for the first out. Seth Brown pinch hits for Urshela, which I didn't mind. Urias walks to load the bases for Butler, who struck out swinging. He's not going to play third. Jay Souls, like, listen, if they had him taking ground balls in pregame or anything like that, yeah, sure, I'm with that. But they had Andahar taking ground balls in pregame, so I can see Andahar playing third base. That's for sure. Really? Way too much. Yeah. You know, he led the American League in strikeouts last year. Is that what it means? I mean, I don't know. Second and third. I mean, so what do you do right there, right? We have what do you do in that situation, in that particular inning? How does the batting order have anything to do with that, right? You have your 5-hitter lead off with a single. You have your 6-hitter double. Now you have 7, 8, 9. So how do you switch that, bias? How do you switch that in that particular situation, right? 7, 8, 9. And then another big issue with the A's right now is another big issue with the A's right now is simply the bottom of the order, right? Urshela is a killer. He is a killer right now, fellas. He's giving us nothing. I mean, tonight we had Wilson in the 7 slot. We got to get that run home. We got to get that run home from third. We've had a number of those situation where we haven't been able to get the run home with a runner on third with 1 out. I don't know how many times we haven't been able to do that. He's not there yet. I mean, we'll see. Jesus, we'll see. I don't think he's a 3-hitter. I mean, I think we have Soderstrom's a prototypical 3-hitter. I don't know why there's any reason to move Soderstrom. Where do you move Soderstrom to? You know? So I don't think so. I think Geloff will be a 7 bottom of the order guy where he belongs. He hasn't been anything special. He hasn't earned to be in the middle of the order. But like I said, coming into the series, though, my whole deal, guys, was effort. Did we get any better with regard to effort? I'll cover that up next. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades. Supply House, whether you are in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400 plus top brands, you will find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you will always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. All right, okay, so yeah, you're 100% right about that. We're not pitching, we're not hitting in the first 3 innings. We're getting ourselves behind right off the bat. We're getting ourselves behind quick. We gave up 8 runs today, guys. You're going to have a hard time winning games when your pitching gives up 8 runs. Yeah. Yeah, same. You're right. You're right, Bill. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I as far as the starts we're getting off to, right? Every time at home, yet another game where we're giving up ass in the first inning. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. How about our effort, right? effort in Milwaukee was better. Was awful. I thought we were better tonight. I don't think we're at the level we need to be in order to compete with the best teams. I thought Butler was a lot better. I thought his first at bat he had was a great walk. It was a professional at bat. I was happy about that. I felt there was a little bit more sense of urgency. And here's the problem, though, guys. This is something that we can't be addressing right now. I mean, that Ranger team isn't worried about togetherness or attitude or hustle. I mean, that's already a given for a world champ. We're not at their level right now, and that's what that's what's a little bit bothersome. Yeah, he hit the hell out of that, didn't he? What'd that come off the bat? Let me tell you what that came off the bat. The Simeon bomb. Simeon hit a shot. That was in the... They were hitting him hard, man. All day they were hitting him hard. All day they were hitting him hard. What was the Simeon bomb? The Simeon bomb was at... all day they were hitting him hard. 104 was the Simeon bomb. Home run. Josh Smith, 102 off the bat for his bomb. Simeon, 103.1 to answer your question there. So yeah, he hit it hard. With an opener for who, my A's? So who are you thinking about? I mean, you have Severino, you have Springs, you have Sears. JT Ginn might be our best pitcher. And you have Badeau, who had a mid-2 ERA coming into the game. So I don't know if you can really. I think teams are still doing that. I just don't know if it makes sense in this situation. But then again, everything could make sense. Yeah, I think the whole A's franchise right now needs a complete reconstruct, right? I think they just need a freaking. It's hard to watch right now. It feels like we're at the damn circus, man, and that's. It's been bad, man. It's been bad, Bill. The whole thing right now that's going on, and part of the issue right now is the whole A's franchise. It seems like it's a circus, man, with everything that's going on off the field, with the media coverage it's getting, and even the stuff with KURTZ. It's like even the announcers, and I know I'm not supposed to be talking about the announcers and so forth. Everything seems to be a joke with regard to this franchise. Everything seems to be funny. Everything seems to be like just a laughter. It's pissing me off, man. I mean, I think you just need to blow the whole thing up and start over. It really is pissing me off, man. Yes. Thank you, my A's. I agree with you 100%, man. I agree with you 100%. Townsend's the only person that's addressing the stuff off the field. He's the only person sticking up for the A's franchise and for the players. That's all I've heard. And I used to be a big Dallas Braden fan. I can't stand him now. Everything's funny to him. Everything's ha, ha, ha. And when you combine that from what you've heard in the offseason, with his comments, not directly criticizing ownership, but indirectly, it's really pissed me off, man. I'm with you. It's just, it pisses me off. It pisses me off, man. Good question. I don't know. That's a heck of a question, Bill. I have no idea. I have no idea. No clue. But as far as effort, yeah, we were better today. We We fought at the end. We hit 4 bombs, guys, right? Urias bomb, Rooker bomb, Butler bomb, Andahar hit a homer. a little bloop hit by Blade snuck in there for a base hit, drove in a run. We're just, and definitely Nick KURTZ is going to make us better. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Muncy that gets sent down. Because when we saw Schumann come in late, and Muncy did not start, I think it's going to be Muncy. He has plenty of options left, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be Muncy. And then when Geloff comes back, I think that's when Schumann goes down. Yeah, that the whole thing with the franchise right now, guys, is we need to be taken seriously. The whole thing's been a joke. How do you expect young kids 2025 to act like professionals when everything around the franchise is treated like a joke, treated funny? This has been, so far, guys, it's been a painful year, but it is what it is. But like I said, I thought the effort was really, really good. When I come back, I want to talk about Nick KURTZ and his debut tomorrow, what we can expect, where he'll bat in the order, and kind of figure it out. Up next. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they are packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keeping you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab and go snack for busy days, whether I'm snacking at my desk, on a road trip, or just need a quick protein boost. They are always my go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, the in-shell options are a classic favorite. The fact that Wonderful Pistachios is a complete protein, providing all 9 essential amino acids. How these little green wonders pack a protein punch. No shells, Wonderful Pistachios for that grab and go ease. The satisfying crack of opening each shell, it's like snack meditation. Whether you are running between meetings or dropping off the kids, Wonderful Pistachios are the snack that works as hard as you do. Get snackin' and get crackin' with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. All right, guys, Nick KURTZ tomorrow, debut, Major League Baseball debut. We can almost guarantee that he'll be starting at first base. If we were to go with history and what KURTZ has done in the past in game twos, catcher is going to be Langoliers. First base is going to be KURTZ. Second base should be Urias. Shortstop will be Wilson. Third base, here's where it gets interesting, right? Andahar has been starting all game twos, but he's been starting game twos in left field. Are they going to give him a shot at third base tomorrow? That's going to be really, really interesting. We're going to see what kind of direction the franchise and the team wants to go. I think it's a bold move considering how Urshela has hit. I think it's the right move. If he has been taking ground balls pre-game like I heard he has, yeah, let's give him a shot at third base. Why not? It can't hurt. It can't hurt right now, but it has to work. If he's booting balls and that sort of thing, it's going to be Urshela right back out there. Left field, it's going to be either Soderstrom or Rooker, right? Make the plays you're supposed to play. I don't think we're going to be changing much with regard to center field and in right field with regard to Blade and Butler. I think that stays the same. I don't see much change there. Schumann at third, you got? Okay. I'm okay with that. I don't mind that. I just don't want Urshela in there anymore. I'm tired of it. I've had it. His at-bats aren't even competitive. What's interesting about tomorrow's matchups, Texas has Kumar Rooker going on the mound. Kumar was the 2021 third overall pick out of Vanderbilt. Guy's a stud. Talk about a big-time prospect. And you got Nick KURTZ, 2024, number 4 overall pick. That's going to be a fun matchup. So Lopez has been okay so far. Is that what you're talking about, Hugo? Lopez has been, you talking about Jacob? So that matchup is going to be interesting. You know, I said a while ago, about a week ago, it's going to get worse before it gets better, right? And you got to remember with the American League, we just got to hang around the 500 mark, hang around the 500 mark, hang around the 500 mark. The American League is not that good. We hang around the 500 mark. We get hot during a certain time. We're going to be okay. We're going to be fine. Townsy is a legend. Golden A's were on a 9-5-7 game. Yeah, yes. I remember those days. I met Townsy, had a chance at this game. It's just Samardzija, Notre Dame guy. His first start was an A, and we were drinking. That's pretty cool. That's a cool story. He seems like a cool dude, man. He seems like a real cool dude. I like Townsy, man. Like I said, he's the only one out there that seems to really be defending the A's and what's going on out there. But I don't want to get too much into that. Like I said, we're okay. We're okay. We're 10-13 right now. We still have a chance to take this series. I like JP Sears on the hill tomorrow. I felt today was a good chance just because we were going against Corbin. I knew our bats could get to Corbin, but Bideau got shelled. Bideau got hit hard. It's something he did last year as well. He got hit hard last year as well during certain starts in that second half, and he responded. So we'll see what happens. But everything right now, the A's first need to start taking themselves seriously as a franchise and start acting like professionals. We're not there right now. We need to stop acting. We have to stop letting all the outside noise get in. And there's been a lot of outside noise going on right now. Every single day, there's some sort of outside noise going on. And you know, it's one of those things where you either start stepping up and fighting for the A's or not. I mean, the whole developing things, yeah, I get that to a certain point, but it also comes to a point where you're either good or not when you get to the big league level. Yeah, can you develop somebody to be good? Sure. But to win at a high level, I don't know. You know, you look at all the pitchers we've had in the past, and they were studs, right? You look at the Moneyball things. With Moneyball, to me, was the biggest myth ever. Barry Zito, Mark Mulder, and Tim Hudson were big time draft picks, big time prospects. Mulder was the number 2 overall pick in his draft class. Zito was number 10. Hudson somehow slipped to the 6th round, but he was the SEC Player of the Year. So there is a point as far as developing pitchers, but you also got to remember, Jay Souls, look at our pitchers who we got, right? We have Severino, you have Springs. They're going to start every single day because we're paying them. Okay? We're paying those guys money. They're not going anywhere. Sears, I'm happy with Sears. JT Ginn's fine. The problem is Springs has had some tough outings. Besides his last outing, Severino has had some tough outings. But we've complained about spending. Well, we spent. And what do we have? Leclerc, $10 million. You got to play him. He's not going anywhere. He's blocking somebody like Grant Holman, who's tearing it up. Jeffrey Springs, $11 million. You got to play him. You got to start him. You're paying him. Severino, $20 million. Severino looked great last start. I think Severino's just fine. But, I mean, you know, so there's not a whole lot we can do. You want to spend money on free agents? Well, here you go. It's not about just spending money. You got to spend money on the right guys. And, I like the signings. It's early. 23 games in. We're all right. We're okay. Long season ahead of us. But, JT Ginn, I mean, that's a prospect we traded for. He looked great in both his starts. He's going to be going on Thursday, so he's fine. That's true too. No, you're right. You're right, Gravity. 100%. We didn't have Wilson hitting 350. I'm not opposed to that. I'm just thinking if we have something that's proven to work in the past, there needs to be some sort of justification. I don't know if we have leadership or mentorship with what we have, though, my A's bias. I see what you're saying. I just don't think those guys are leaders right now. I think they're just hired assassins that aren't really good assassins, if you know what I mean. And I think that's the whole thing with like baseball. And when you hear about low market teams and like not spending, the question needs to be one more step to the question. Who do you want to replace and who do you want to get? Because spending to spend, it doesn't work. Because with Jose Leclerc, we spent to spend. And I can't complain about Urshela. I mean, we didn't pay much for him. But the problem is when you sign somebody like Urshela, all of a sudden a guy like Brett Harris isn't really given an opportunity, even though Brett Harris has been hurt. So I don't know. At the same time, I mean, listen, when the offseason was going on, I thought we needed a third baseman. And I just wish we didn't spend $10 million on Leclerc. It should be interesting what happens, guys. But Nick KURTZ isn't going to, I don't know if you listened to the show this morning. I had the announcer from the play-by-play guy for the Aviators, and we were talking about Nick KURTZ this afternoon. It's posted if you guys want to check it out. And I asked him about his slump in the last week. He's 3 for his last 20, and his strikeouts are very, very high. He said pitchers and teams started making adjustments towards him. So if he's having a hard time in the minor league ballpark, I don't think he is going to listen. Let's get something straight. Nick KURTZ is better option than what we have. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying we have deeper. Nick KURTZ is not going to save us. That's all I'm saying. We have deeper problems and different issues. And while Nick KURTZ is a better option than what we have, and it brings some energy and it brings some attention and it brings some fun to the franchise that we do need, we have other issues that we need to solve. No, he's good. He's a good third baseman. Urias. Good, solid. He's a good, solid utility third baseman, Gravity. He's good. I like him at third. That's what we got him for, actually. I'm surprised he hasn't played more there. But, what's interesting, Schumann's been playing third over Urias, so that's going to be interesting as well. When Geloff comes back, I like Urias saying, yeah, I'm with you. Butler, Rook, Soderstrom, Langoliers, KURTZ, Willie, Geloff, Miller. Yeah, I'm with you. Blade, for me right now, if the A's are looking at a trade, I think it's either Blade or Andahar. I think it's whoever you can get more for. I think teams are going to like Blade more just because he's younger. And he hasn't been as injury prone as Andujar's been. And Andujar is an unrestricted free agent next year. But for me, I'm shopping both of them. I'm shopping both Blade and Andujar. We'll see what happens. I'm heading to the game tomorrow, so hopefully it's a good time. But I think we're going to get like a bottom of the guy rotation. Something similar to what we saw today, Gravity, like a Patrick Corbin, right? A veteran type of guy that can eat up innings, that's solid, that's not going to knock the roof off. Just a solid number 4, number 5 guy in the rotation. Someone like we saw today, like a Patrick Corbin. Well, they got to want Brown, Bamboo. They got to want Brown. He's not too much right now. He's hitting like a buck. So, we'll see how it goes, guys. But we're okay. I'm not as disappointed today as I was on Sunday. We got to get better. Top 5 pitchers who could dominate and sack that we can trade for. That's a freaking tough one. Let me try to give it a shot here. Let me just look and give you a shot at what we can get. Oh, that's a tough call, man. Like a Michael Lorenzen from Kansas City. Someone like that. Steven Matz from St. Louis. Somebody like that. Who's a Freeland from Colorado? That would be a great option. I'd love that if Colorado would give him up. Maybe a Tanner Hoke from Boston. I don't know if Boston will give that up though, but that's something like that. Sonny, yeah, I would love Sonny Gray. Jeez, that'd be amazing. Ohtani is coming back soon. No, he's not a starting pitcher. He'd be like the role of he's a high leverage guy. He would be like where Sterner is, late inning guy, seventh inning guy with the lead. Yeah, setup guy. Exactly. Yeah. He's about, I understand he was throwing today, so he's probably about 2 weeks out. 2-3 weeks out. I would love Sonny Gray. But anyway. That's what I got for you right there. I mean, with kind of thinking on the top of my head, I'd have to give it a little bit more thought on who we can get and what teams want. But hey, guys, it's all right. All good. We'll be back. We're fine. We still got to choose. Let's get tomorrow. Hey, let's get tomorrow. Let's get Thursday. We win the series, right? And all of a sudden, it's a different conversation, different vibe. Then we sweep the White Sox. We have a 5-1 homestand. Then we go on the road. We split in Texas. Then we sweep in Miami, right? That seems like right now, it seems like the moon saying that stuff. Seems like the damn moon. No. Why would you want to mess around with Miller right now, man? They're not messing around with Miller. They asked David Force that in the off season as well. My eyes bias. That's a good question, but they asked Force that, and Force said absolutely not. So they're not going to do that. And we got the best closer in the game, but we got to get to a closer position, right? And Ferguson did close last year when Miller was hurt, but I don't think that's going to happen. That's not going to happen, no. Anyway, guys, hey, thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB, on YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Appreciate that, Gravity. Really, really do. You take care, guys. Hey, we're all right, guys. Can of corn. We're just fine. No big deal. It happens. A lot of games left. We still have another 139 left. Another 139 games. We're just fine. Just fine. Can of corn.